this isolated price. Now go to isolation. Good. All right, I want to show you guys something very important on charts today, and this is the concept of market breaking structure and pulling back. Okay, so when you see a high that grabs liquidity and breaks structure, after this high is gone, a couple of things is done on the chart. So the first one might be that market is going to stall like this. Okay, and the second one is going to be that market might continue, and the third one might be that after break structure, market might just reverse to come to mitigate. Now, which brings us to the fact that after this market is broken, something is going to happen. Okay, so we need to follow that. So while we are placing our target on trades, we need to understand what happens after market takes out some specific liquidity. Now, I need you to understand that everywhere on the chart is liquidity. So, for example, if you take a look at this, you would see that after market had broken out of this range here, what happened? Market stalled, right? Market broke out of this one here. What happened? Market stalled, right? Since market broke out of this one right here, what happened? Market reversed against this into this one. Okay, so we can just simply put that. I'm going to use this tool right here. I don't have it. Okay, anyways, I'm going to use this one again. Now, this means that we have one leg here, one here, one here, and after market broke out of this, market stalled. After market broke out of this, market reversed, right? After market broke out of this internal, market reversed and stalled. Then after market broke out of this external totally, and market reversed. So I'm going to redraw this. So I'm going to redraw this like so, okay? This is the strong high, this one, broke, stall, extend, reverse, extend, then reverse. And so you can see market does this over and over and over again. I am still going to teach you guys or show you what happens after we have momentum pricing like this. So afterwards, we can now do this in a smaller time frame, which means the fractal nature of market, by saying that, okay, if market breaks internal structure as well, we do expect that market could stall, expand, then come back into it and go, then before we have reversals. But the key concept is that after market takes out externals like this, they're going to be reversals or stalling. So we need to prepare for that. So this takes us back into what I'm trying to explain. Now, market has broken the internal structure like so, which means that for us to get engaged inside this next leg down, we are going to look for what market is going to do after this external is gone, right? After this internal structure is gone. Now, the point is, are we looking for sell or buys? Let me take you back to a higher time frame. I'm going to clear this out, remove. So let's go to like maybe 1 day time frame. Okay, 1 day. Right. On 1 day time frame, you can see that what market is printing is pretty much clear. We're bearish since we broke out of this low. We have this high. This one failed to take this high. Market broke it out, right? Created this high and then give us this low. Created this high and give us this low. And the market came back into this high, and we're expecting market to take this low. Okay, which is cool, right? Now, if we're expecting market to take this low, of course, we need market to shift at some point before the low would happen. So pay attention to this. See, when market took this low, this was what happened. When market took this one, this was what happened. And now market is taking this one. I am expecting the market is going to pull back into this range and exactly take this low. Now, on a much higher time frame, the same thing is happening, showing us that market has been bearish for the most part. Market is giving us this is a low that led into this high. That market broke, the market went back, a market broke, and the market went back, and the market is going to break. Okay, this is the basic analysis of what is happening on chart right now. So if we look at this as the holistic view of the market, I will go into the macro structures and the micro structure of the market. Everything happens the same way in the macro and in the micro. So I mean in the bigger time frame and the smaller time frame. So I'm going to clear this one once again. Okay, cool. So we've identified that all we're looking for is short. Okay, now inside this leg, I'm going to identify the low. That's our target, which is here. Cool. All right. If that's our target, that means we need to engage in the sales till we take our target. So I'm going to go back to like 2 hours time frame. I play around time frames anyways. On 2 hours time frame, what you're going to be seeing right now is that, like I said, we've broken below this low. Okay, so we're bearish. Now we have areas where we can look out for market to mitigate. So first off, we have this, we have this, we have this really happened before the breakout structure. So we can say we have this and this area. So this whole area, we need to look for an on mitigation there that could hold price. Okay, like so. And that is where I believe market is going to come to short. I don't think market is coming back down here. But of course, we're ready for anything that market wants to do. Because if there is news, market could spike into that place and then start selling. Now, looking at this, I can already see that we have an imbalance between this 1, 2, 3 candle right here. Okay, so I'm going to take the imbalance candle and this one here. Now I'm going to cater for this buy before the sell candle, but I am also going to identify that we have a huge size of price there, which means that I cannot enter the tip and put my stop loss over here, which is about 22. I cannot use 22 stop loss, 22 pips stop loss on this trade, right? Okay, so I am waiting for market to do what? For market to come here, and I'm going to give you a little hint on price now. These are gems. So if you have price doing this, right, you have market does this, yeah, and market does this, and you can see that this liquidity is far from here. Most time market can invalidate this, but if market has to hold here, market would have to engineer liquidity, take it, then drop. Okay, especially if we don't have a specific liquidity in this area. So in this case, I've seen this push up and I've seen this one. First off, I'm not going to just jump into the chart just because we are selling, because I want market to pull back into a more discounted area for me to sell. So what I'll be anticipating now is that we have this, have a pullback. We're going to have this being an engineered liquidity. Market's finna take it and probably even give us one more push. Then if we see a change, we can follow till we sell down here. Okay, so that's what we're basically looking out for. No need to confuse us. But like I said, if we have an opportunity to take price right here, all the same. So our sell is going to be looking like something like so. But mind you, this is just me placing a random sell to. This is not what exactly the price is, because we like to, work with price and flow with the price. Okay. So we're going to look out for sell. Our target is going to be here. So this is what it's going to look like. Now, like I said, we have our overall target below here, but we still have a demand level that can serve as a buy reaction point right here. Okay, so the reason is because this would have been the whole zone the market might want to come back to before we do anything. But then market has come back into this range and use the breaker level to mitigate. And now most times when breaker level is mitigating like this, the next area will be this unmitigated low here. So if we are opportune to take this price down, of course I used to hold price to an unreasonable amount of place, just because I have a specific target. Once market hits my target, I remove majority of my trade, and the next ones I just let them run. I just call them ego trades, just for you to fulfill righteousness. Okay, so that's that. This is what we're going to be looking out for. USD CHF. It's one of my favorite pair. Peace.